Well, hello everyone. This is Chrystal Lynn coming to you from Southern California. Just wanted to say hello a minute and talk about what is going on up in the sky right now because we have so many things going on that it's so electrifying that we just don't want to miss an opportunity. And that's why I love documenting these videos because it's a document for myself, actually, kind of an astrological journal that I can look back on what's going on up in the sky. And it's fun to have it when it's fresh and raw and really happening. So, a lot of these videos for me are videos that I can come back to, kind of like a diary, and use for future projects. But the good news is that every day that we can capture this energy together, we can learn. How is it affecting you guys? So that's kind of what I want to know. How are you guys feeling right now as we are entering six? Let's see, we have six planets lining up in Aquarius right now. We have Sun, Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, and then the moon will move into Aquarius in a few days, and so or about a week into this new moon. And so the last time this happened was in 1962, February of 1962. People were born, if you know anyone that was born during that time, very special people. Because anytime you're born with seven planets or six planets, it's called a stellium. And you're born with that many planets in one sign, you have a purpose here on Earth. You have a mission. Aquarius is about kind of like the oracle, the part that can channel information. A lot of times that's why we have your gurus or your teachers or even leaders that are Aquarius, because we sit at their feet and listen to them for hours, just like they did with Jesus. Now, it's said that Jesus was a Pisces, but that his moon was in Aquarius, which makes sense to me. So, the most important thing to realize is that this is a time that we're all getting a lot of information coming through, a lot of thoughts. And these thoughts may be thoughts that are your thoughts. Maybe they're thoughts that feel like, you know what, that's something my grandmother would have said, or that's something my dad would have said, or that's something that somebody I cared about. You're feeling kind of this ancient kind of, ancestry coming through. And that is what channeling is about. It's being able to hear our ancestors, even though they're on the other side. And it's not some big creepy thing. It happens to us every single day. And it doesn't have to be a big creepy thing. All it is, you're doing the dishes and you have that thought or that feeling or that little chill come through you or that memory or that tear. And you're connecting to that person or to that idea or to that situation. And so that's what Aquarius is it allows us, it's like the lightning bolt connecting heaven to earth. Okay, so with all of these planets lining up here, we're all getting these huge thoughts and downloads of ideas in our families, and where do we come from, and what's important, and who are we? Who are our ancestors? Who are our relations here on Earth? I think that, we've all been split up. Our tribes have been destroyed and split up over the years, and they weren't supposed to be like that. But because of things that happen in life, human frailty, human experiences, human mistakes, we end up where we are. And it could just be that it's supposed to be that way too. We don't know sometimes all the things that get us to where we are and the relationships. And I think about relationships I've had and been through, and each one is meant for a reason. Each one was there for a reason. Each one taught me something, even if that's not what I want to do again. That taught me that lesson. I'm not going to do that again. So these are the things that we're thinking about right now. What message do you have on your heart that you want to leave? What legacy? What do you want to leave for your family, for your children? What messages do you want to make sure that they have? And those are the things that we're thinking about. So I'm just going to pull a couple cards just to kind of get the energy right now of what is happening. Woo! And here we have our Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So you know what? I really like this card because it really is that place in our life that we're all looking for, that one thing, aren't we? Just that one thing that's ours. It's our thing. That's special to us. That means the most to us. That's our value. What is that thing that makes you happy? Not just that thing that makes you obligated. That one thing. We're all searching, and that's why it's not quite out. But what is that thing? What is that thing that really is going to make you happy? Because if you don't know what that is, you're going to keep buying things. You're going to keep having things. I mean, you can look good and be miserable. And you can be miserable and be really good. You can look miserable and be good. So that's the fun part about Aquarius energy, is that we're all in the same playing field. Four of Pentacles. This is a time to work from home. This is a time to look at what's going on at home and to make sure that's secure in our lives. And I think that's true. I think that's really true. And we'll pull one more. These cards are kind of wild today. I'm not going to be chasing them all over the place. Oh, and we have the King of Swords. And so, stand your ground. Put your sword up. Know what you believe. Just because you believe something doesn't mean somebody else has to be wrong. Just because you believe maybe one way, maybe that person has another way of seeing things that you can't even imagine. Maybe you weren't even willing to look at it that way. But if we can look at it for each other and look at it in a way that we can just kind of understand each other as humans, I think it would make things a little easier for all of us, wouldn't it? Here we go. We're going to end with the Page of Cups. And it's just kind of like, you know, it's just extending that little cup of gratitude. Extending that cup of goodwill. Extending that cup of goodness to each other. Even on a real superficial level. It can be the right thing to do and feel good for our future. So we can move into the next step and not have anything behind us weighing us down. All right, you guys. Have a great